Hello everybody, I have here another recipe. Today's recipe is how to make picadillo con papas, or ground beef with potatoes. First of all, you need to put some vegetable oil in a pan. This has already been on the stove. It's already on medium high. So, alright, you just put a tiny bit on there. I'd say like a teaspoon. And place the ground beef in here. Trying to do everything with one hand again. Alright, there we get these things here. I had taken it out of the freezer earlier today, so it still might not be completely defrost, but it'll be fine. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. I went ahead and lowered the heat. All my recipes are very simple and very easy to follow, so I don't like making it complicated. I've seen a lot of videos, cooking videos, and I try to follow them at times, but then they have all sorts of ingredients that are like close to impossible to finding here where I live. So I'm not from here as it is, and in Laredo, where I'm from, you can find any sort of Mexican food ingredient over there. Here it's a bit more difficult, but not impossible. Alright, so I was able to take what was defrosted around this chunk here, and just continue doing that. As like I said, it's not going to take too long. So all right, let's see. Let's leave it on here for a little bit longer. Let's again switch out the temperature. You just switch out the temperature as you go, because all stoves are different and their temperatures are different as well. So just as if you see it sizzling a little bit too much, or you think it's gonna burn, obviously turn down the heat. Maybe you see that it's not cooking, we'll turn it up. Common sense. Alright, here it is. I'm going to place that here for a bit. Let me grab amazingly, I can't find it. I don't have spoons, but alright. So anyways, I'm going to grab some minced garlic. Alright, I was finally able to open this thing up. Trying to do everything with one hand again. Alright, so I'm going to add about a teaspoon of minced garlic. Just add it on here. I don't remember the last time I purchased fresh garlic. This to me is the simplest. You don't get your hands dirty. You don't end up smelling like garlic all day. You don't have to crack it. You don't have to mince it. Everything's already, it's minced already, so all you pretty much gotta do is just get a spoon and take whatever you might need. And it doesn't have, you know, any different flavor or anything. It's exactly the same thing. To me, it's exactly the same thing. And as long as you have some of that in your fridge, you know, you never have to be worrying about it when you go grocery shopping, or if you forget to get a whole garlic or anything. So that to me is the simplest. Alrighty. Still got a little bit more. It's okay. Because the rest of it is still cooking anyway, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and add onion onto this. I went ahead and diced also half of a medium onion. And just add it on here as it's browning, so it gives it some flavor. Stir it around. Stir it away. Stir it. This dish, it's done within 30 minutes. It doesn't even take 30 minutes, sometimes even less. But since I'm adding I'm adding potato, that's what takes the longest. Let me see. I'm trying to grab the fork I used for the garlic and break this. There you go. Much better, right? Just make sure it's not completely frozen, you know, and impossible to cook. Just make sure it's been defrosting for a while. Mine could have been completely unfrozen, but I took out this ground beef out of the freezer, I'd say like 2-3 hours ago, so I didn't really let it rest. You can always use your microwave if you have that feature on it, which I'm sure every microwave nowadays has that. So all right, let's see. Much better. Okay, should I turn the heat up a little bit? What do you all think? Keep stirring it. I like to keep stirring my food, just to get it in smaller pieces, you know, not have to go in there and literally like try breaking it off with the spatula. I'll just do this and it eventually just does it on its own. And plus you avoid it from burning. Alright. Most of it is already browned. Alright, after this, go ahead and grab a tomato bouillon. I don't have fresh tomatoes at the moment, so I'm going to be using this. Not only does it, serve its purpose and put some tomato in there, but it also gives it flavor and avoids you from using additional salt. You don't have to add any salt whatsoever if you're adding this cube on here. That's more than enough, in my opinion. And as it is, I hardly even use salt in my meals. Well, other than the bouillons the other spices that I might add on it. But you know, salt out of I have a container here in my pantry, but it hardly gets used. Alright, you see, and it even gives it like a little hint of red. Make sure all of the bouillon is completely dissolved. And combined with the food. Let's see. Alright. Let's see, just need a tiny bit. The potatoes I'm adding to this, the potatoes I'll be adding to this, there were three small potatoes. Went ahead and diced them. I didn't peel them. I feel that as long as you wash and scrub the potatoes really well, I don't see how that'd be an issue, you know, consuming that. Plus I like the flavor of that too for some odd reason. Alright, so the ground beef seems to be done. And so now I'm gonna add potatoes. Alright, give it another stir. It might seem like I'm always stirring my food, right? I'm sorry if it becomes annoying, but that's just the way I make it, sorry. Alright, so this is already in there. I'm gonna add a little bit of water just so I can give the potatoes a little bit more moisture and they're able to cook sooner. I'll be eating this in tacos, so I mean it's up to you. You can also make fideo, or you can make rice, or you know, you can just have it as a main dish. You don't necessarily have to eat everything in the taco, but I mean today I'll be eating them like that. We have some sour cream and we got some avocado and cheese and everything in the fridge, so we'll just use that up. Alright, so as you notice, you know, I didn't put too much water, just enough so, you know, just enough so the potatoes can somewhat be covered up in water, but not completely. Alright, so after this, you go ahead and it's already boiling. I see it boiling already, so I went ahead and increased the temperature again. I'll just wait a few seconds and let it, you know, really heat up. So I think it's boiling. Okay, yeah, it's boiling. So now all you gotta do is just cover it, place it on medium low, and I'm gonna set the timer for I'll just give it a 15 minutes just to allow the potatoes to cook well. And that's it. That's all you gotta do. Nothing else. You don't have to add anything else. Pretty much the picadillo with papas is already ready. Well, it'll be ready in 15 minutes, but yeah. Hope you like the recipe. Like I said, you know, it's my very easy way to make it. Everybody seems to enjoy it, so hope you enjoy it as well. Thanks. Bye.